Conquer Debt. The Daily Habit That Changes Everything. Written by Ronnie Rowland, published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Debt is more than just numbers on a page or balances on a statement, it's a silent force shaping your daily life. It clouds your decisions, weighs on your relationships, and dims the dreams you've worked so hard to pursue. But what if I told you that conquering debt isn't about extreme sacrifices or winning the lottery? What if the solution lies in a single daily habit that's so simple, yet so powerful, it can completely transform your financial future? This book isn't just about paying off debt, it's about reclaiming control, rewriting your story, and creating a life of purpose and freedom. The habit you'll learn here isn't complicated. It doesn't require hours of your time or a master's degree in finance. Instead, it's a small, intentional action you can take every single day. A habit that, over time, builds momentum and unlocks doors you once thought were permanently closed. But this journey isn't just about money, it's about mindset. You'll learn to challenge the beliefs that have held you back, shift from a scarcity mentality to one of abundance, and see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You'll discover that true freedom isn't just about being debt-free, it's about having the power to choose the life you want to live. Inside these pages, you'll find practical strategies, relatable stories, and empowering insights designed to guide you every step of the way. From understanding the emotional toll of debt to celebrating the small victories that fuel your progress, each chapter builds on the last to help you achieve lasting transformation. You didn't pick up this book by accident. Whether you're overwhelmed by debt or simply seeking a fresh perspective on your finances, this is your starting point. With one simple habit, you can shift from feeling stuck to unstoppable, from burdened to empowered. This isn't just a book, it's your roadmap to a life of financial clarity, confidence, and freedom. The journey starts here. The daily habit that changes everything is waiting for you. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Emotional Toll of Debt. And Why It's Not Your Fault. Debt is more than a number on a bank statement, it's a shadow that looms over every aspect of life. It whispers doubts into your mind, breeds guilt in quiet moments, and makes the future feel uncertain and unsteady. Yet, here's the truth few people acknowledge: being in debt is not a reflection of your worth or intelligence. It's the byproduct of a system designed to keep you trapped, and recognizing that is the first step toward freedom. Debt doesn't just affect your wallet, it seeps into your mental health, relationships, and self-perception. The stress of mounting bills and high interest rates often manifests as anxiety, depression, or even shame. You might find yourself avoiding social situations, feeling inadequate compared to peers, or stuck in a cycle of overworking to catch up. These feelings aren't uncommon, but they're rarely discussed openly. Consider Sarah, a teacher in her mid-30s. She works tirelessly but carries $40,000 in student loans and $10,000 in credit card debt. Each month, she makes the minimum payments, feeling like she's treading water while the current of interest pulls her deeper. She avoids gatherings with friends who vacation abroad or celebrate milestones, worried she'll be judged for her financial choices. Sarah's story isn't unique, it's emblematic of how debt silently isolates people. Here's what you need to know: the system thrives on this isolation. Credit card companies and lenders profit from your silence. When debt becomes taboo, it's harder to seek help, share strategies, or feel supported. By naming the emotional toll, you begin to reclaim power from a system that profits off your vulnerability. Many people blame themselves for being in debt, internalizing messages like "you should have saved more" or "why did you buy that?" This narrative is not only harmful but also incomplete. While personal choices play a role, the larger truth is that debt is often a symptom of systemic forces. Think about it: education costs have skyrocketed, wages haven't kept pace with inflation, and predatory lending practices target vulnerable populations. These forces create a landscape where debt is almost unavoidable. The idea that financial struggle is solely a personal failing ignores the context that millions of people face daily. Take credit cards, for example. Their enticing rewards programs and low introductory interest rates often mask hidden fees and skyrocketing rates after promotional periods end. The average person isn't taught financial literacy in school, leaving them unequipped to navigate these pitfalls. Understanding this isn't about making excuses, it's about seeing the bigger picture and rejecting the shame that debt tries to impose. Shame thrives in secrecy, and debt is no exception. But what if we treated financial struggles with the same compassion we extend to other challenges? If a friend shared they were struggling with their health, you wouldn't judge them, you'd offer support. The same principle should apply to debt. One powerful way to combat shame is through transparency. Share your story with trusted friends or online communities where people are navigating similar struggles. You might be surprised to learn how many others feel the same way. This openness doesn't just lift your emotional burden, it also creates opportunities to exchange strategies and resources. For instance, when Sarah finally confided in her coworker about her financial stress, she discovered a budgeting app that helped her visualize her expenses and prioritize payments. This small step gave her a sense of control she hadn't felt in years. Debt thrives on secrecy, but the community can break its hold. It's time to rewrite the story. Debt doesn't have to define you, instead, it can be the catalyst for your greatest transformation. Start by acknowledging that debt is a problem to solve, not a punishment to endure. This shift in perspective allows you to approach your finances with curiosity and determination rather than fear. Reframing debt also involves celebrating small wins. Did you manage to save $20 this week by cooking at home instead of eating out? That's a victory. Did you pay an extra $10 toward your credit card balance? Another win. These small actions build momentum and remind you that progress is possible, even when the journey feels overwhelming. While personal habits can empower you, systemic change is also necessary to address the root causes of widespread debt. Advocating for policies like student loan forgiveness, fair wages, and increased financial literacy education helps create an environment where fewer people fall into the debt trap. While this book focuses on your personal transformation, remember that you're part of a larger movement. By sharing your journey, voting for policies that promote fairness, and supporting organizations that fight predatory lending, you contribute to a future where financial freedom is accessible to all. So, where do you begin? Start by forgiving yourself. You're not alone, and you're not doomed to a life of financial struggle. Recognize the emotional toll debt has taken, but don't let it define your future. Every journey starts with a single step, and today, that step is acknowledging your power to change. In the chapters ahead, we'll explore practical strategies, transformative habits, and empowering mindsets that will help you conquer debt and reclaim your freedom. But for now, take a deep breath. You've already taken the first step by deciding to read this book, and that's something to celebrate. Chapter 2. The Game of Money: Why It Feels Rigged and How to Win. Money is a game, but unlike board games, most people never learn the rules. Instead, they're thrown into the arena of adulthood with a mix of trial and error and vague advice like save for a rainy day. The result? Many feel like they're perpetually losing, stuck in a loop where no matter how hard they try, debt piles up, and financial freedom remains elusive. But here's the good news: every game can be won if you understand the rules and play strategically. From the moment you receive your first paycheck, you're bombarded with financial decisions: save, spend, invest, or pay down debt. These decisions seem straightforward, but beneath the surface lies a web of systems designed to benefit those at the top. Credit card companies lure you with promises of rewards but bury you in high interest rates. Student loans are positioned as an investment in your future, but come with crippling repayment terms. Even marketing campaigns subtly nudge you toward spending beyond your means. It's no wonder so many people feel overwhelmed. The game feels rigged because, in many ways, it is. Those who benefit most are the ones who know how to exploit loopholes and leverage the system in their favor. But instead of letting frustration paralyze you, you can flip the script by learning to play smarter. To truly understand how to win, you first need to see how the deck is stacked. Here are 3 ways the system works against everyday people. 1. Interest and minimum payments. Credit card companies make billions because they count on one thing: most people will only make minimum payments. While it seems manageable to pay $25 on a $1,000 balance, this strategy can trap you in debt for decades. The system thrives on keeping you just comfortable enough to stay trapped. 2. Lifestyle inflation. As your income increases, so do your expenses. Marketers ensure that your definition of normal evolves with your paycheck, pushing you to upgrade your phone, car, or wardrobe. This phenomenon, known as lifestyle inflation, ensures you're always chasing financial stability without ever catching it. 3. The myth of instant gratification. Every swipe, tap, or click offers a dopamine hit, making spending feel rewarding in the short term. Meanwhile, the long-term consequences, mounting debt, stress, and financial insecurity, are conveniently hidden from view. Recognizing these traps isn't about fostering cynicism, it's about gaining clarity. Once you see the strategies at play, you can begin crafting your own to win the game. The shift. Seeing money as a game. When you start viewing money as a game, everything changes. Games are won by understanding the rules, practicing strategies, and staying persistent. The same applies to your financial journey. Here are the 3 principles that will help you reframe your relationship with money. 1. Play offense and defense. Offense is about increasing your income, whether through raises, side hustles, or investments. Defense is about managing expenses and avoiding unnecessary spending. Winning requires a balance between both. 2. Focus on the scoreboard. In any game, you keep track of the score. For your finances, this means knowing your numbers, income, expenses, savings, and debt. Tools like budgeting apps or a simple spreadsheet can act as your financial scoreboard, giving you real-time feedback on your progress. 3. Anticipate the opponent's moves. Just as chess players think several moves ahead, you should anticipate financial obstacles. For example, if you know holiday spending is a challenge, plan a budget in advance to avoid overspending. By preparing for predictable scenarios, you stay in control. Consider James, a single father who worked a 9-to-5 job while struggling to pay off $20,000 in credit card debt. When he began treating his finances like a game, he approached his challenges differently. Instead of feeling defeated by his debt, he strategized. He switched to a 0% balance transfer card, cut unnecessary subscriptions, and started delivering food for extra income. Over 2 years, James paid off his debt entirely and used the same principles to build an emergency fund. Or take Maria, a college graduate burdened with $60,000 in student loans. She viewed her loans as a boss battle in a video game. Every extra payment she made was a hit against her opponent. Maria found creative ways to make those extra payments, freelancing, selling unused items online, and negotiating a lower interest rate. Within 5 years, she achieved her victory. These stories prove that when you shift your mindset, you unlock new possibilities. Winning the money game requires both knowledge and action. Here are some practical strategies to tilt the odds in your favor. 1. Master the debt avalanche or snowball method. The avalanche method focuses on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first, saving you money over time. The snowball method targets the smallest debts first, giving you quick wins and building momentum. Choose the approach that fits your personality and goals. 2. Leverage technology. Automate payments to avoid late fees. Use apps to track spending and find cashback programs that reward your purchases. 3. Negotiate like a pro. Call your credit card companies or lenders and ask for lower interest rates. You'd be surprised how often they'll agree, especially if you have a strong payment history. 4. Find your extra life income. Whether it's freelancing, selling crafts, or driving for a ride-share service, find ways to bring in additional income to accelerate debt repayment. Even the best players make mistakes. You might overspend 1 month or forget a payment. The key is to avoid letting these missteps derail your progress. Instead, treat them as part of the learning process. Reflect on what went wrong, adjust your strategy, and move forward. Champions in any game approach their craft with discipline and focus. They don't just play to survive, they play to win. The same applies to your financial journey. By adopting a strategic, game-like mindset, you shift from feeling helpless to feeling empowered. Every dollar you save, every debt you pay down, and every smart decision you make is a move that brings you closer to victory. You're not just playing to win, you're playing to redefine your relationship with money and create a life of freedom. Chapter 3. The Power of One Daily Habit. Every great transformation begins with a single step, a small shift that sets the wheels of change in motion. For those burdened by debt, this step isn't a drastic overhaul or a grand gesture, it's a single daily habit. A habit so simple, yet so transformative, that it can reshape not just your financial situation but your mindset and your life. This chapter will reveal the power of that habit and why its simplicity is the key to lasting change. When people feel trapped by debt, the instinct is often to make sweeping changes, cut all spending, take on multiple side hustles, or move to a cheaper home. While these actions can help, they're often unsustainable. Life's demands eventually creep in, and the drastic measures fall apart. Behavioral science teaches us that humans are creatures of habit. We resist change, especially when it feels overwhelming. This is why diets fail, New Year's resolutions fade, and financial plans often get derailed. But what if the solution wasn't in doing more but in doing less? What if a small, consistent action every day could lead to monumental change over time? Here it is. Spend 5 minutes every day reviewing your finances. That's it. In those 5 minutes you'll 1. Look at your bank account or budgeting app. 2. Record what you spent or saved that day. 3. Reflect on whether your spending aligned with your priorities. This habit might seem trivial, even simplistic, but its power lies in repetition and awareness. Money, like health or relationships, thrives on attention. By dedicating just 5 minutes daily, you bring your financial situation into focus, preventing it from slipping into the background. Why this habit works. 1. Awareness is empowering. Debt thrives on avoidance. It's easy to ignore bills, minimum payments, and the slow creep of interest. But avoidance breeds anxiety and prevents action. By checking in daily, you confront reality head-on, stripping debt of its power to intimidate you. 2. Small wins build momentum. Imagine recording that you saved $10 by making coffee at home instead of buying it. It might seem minor, but those small victories add up over weeks and months. This daily habit creates a sense of progress, which motivates you to keep going. 3. Habits become identity. When you engage with your finances every day, you begin to see yourself differently. You're no longer someone bad with money or drowning in debt. You're someone who takes control, makes thoughtful choices, and values financial freedom. 4. It keeps you on track. Life is full of distractions and competing priorities. This habit acts as an anchor, pulling you back to your goals each day, no matter how chaotic things get. Creating a habit requires intention and structure. Here's how to ensure this one becomes a non-negotiable part of your day. 1. Pair it with an existing routine. Habits are easier to form when tied to something you already do. For example, review your finances while drinking your morning coffee, or before brushing your teeth at night. 2. Set a trigger. Use a visual cue, like a sticky note on your mirror or a daily phone alarm, to remind you to practice the habit. These triggers keep it top of mind. 3. Start small, stay consistent. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Even if all you do one day is glance at your account balance, that's a win. Over time, the habit will grow stronger. 4. Celebrate wins. Reward yourself for sticking to the habit. Whether it's a mental high five or a small treat, celebrating reinforces the behavior and makes it enjoyable. This small action has a way of spilling into other areas of life. As you become more mindful of your spending, you'll notice opportunities to cut back on unnecessary expenses. You'll think twice before making impulsive purchases. Over time, you'll develop a clearer picture of your financial health, empowering you to make smarter decisions. The ripple effect extends beyond finances. The discipline you cultivate through this habit can strengthen other areas of your life like health, relationships, or personal growth. It becomes a keystone habit, a single practice that triggers positive changes in multiple domains. Let's revisit Sarah, the teacher overwhelmed by credit card debt. When she started spending 5 minutes a day reviewing her finances, she noticed patterns she'd previously ignored. She realized she was spending $150 a month on subscriptions she rarely used. Canceling those subscriptions freed up money to pay down her debt faster. Over 6 months, this habit helped her reduce her debt by $2,000, without making drastic lifestyle changes. Then there's James, the single father from Chapter 2. By practicing this habit, he discovered he was spending $40 a week on takeout lunches. Packing meals saved him $160 a month, which he redirected toward his credit card payments. The daily check-ins kept him motivated, and within a year he paid off his $5,000 balance. These stories aren't about grand gestures or overnight success. They're about the quiet power of consistent action. No habit is immune to life's curveballs. You'll have days when you forget or feel too tired to check in. That's okay. What matters is your ability to get back on track quickly. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. If you find yourself slipping, revisit your why. Why did you start this habit? Maybe it's to provide a better future for your kids, or to escape the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. Anchor yourself in that purpose and let it pull you forward. There's no perfect time to begin. Start today. Pull out your phone, open your bank app, and spend 5 minutes reviewing your finances. Write down one observation, no matter how small. Congratulations, you've taken the first step toward conquering debt. In the chapters ahead, we'll build on this habit with strategies to accelerate debt reduction, reframe your mindset, and envision a life of freedom. But for now, focus on this one simple action. It's small, it's doable, and it's the beginning of your transformation. Chapter 4. The emotional roller coaster of progress. Embarking on the journey to conquer debt is exhilarating at first. You feel empowered, motivated, and ready to tackle any obstacle. But as the days turn into weeks and months, something unexpected happens, and the emotional roller coaster of progress begins. This chapter explores the highs and lows of financial transformation, showing you how to stay consistent and resilient, no matter where you are on the ride. Every small victory on your financial journey is a reason to celebrate. These moments fuel your momentum, reminding you that progress is possible. Maybe you managed to save an extra $50 this month, paid off a lingering credit card balance, or resisted the urge to splurge during a sale. These wins might seem small in isolation, but together, they create the foundation for long-term success. Take Olivia, for instance. She started her journey with over $10,000 in credit card debt. Her first win came when she canceled a subscription she hadn't used in months, saving her $15 a month. It seemed insignificant, but that small step gave her the confidence to tackle larger expenses. Within a year, Olivia had paid off $3,000 of her debt, and it all started with that one small victory. Action tip. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Treat yourself to something modest, like a favorite snack or a quiet evening off, whenever you reach a milestone. These celebrations reinforce positive behavior and make the journey enjoyable. No journey is without setbacks. You might overspend during a vacation, get hit with an unexpected expense, or feel like your progress is too slow. These moments can be discouraging, but they're also inevitable and temporary. One of the most common setbacks is financial fatigue, the feeling of being emotionally drained by constant budgeting, cutting back, and saying no to temptations. This fatigue can lead to impulsive spending or a temporary lapse in your daily habit. But setbacks don't define your journey, how you respond to them does. When Olivia faced a sudden car repair bill, she felt like all her progress had been erased. But instead of giving up, she adjusted her budget, picked up extra shifts at work, and stayed focused on her long-term goals. Within 2 months, she was back on track. The setback became a learning opportunity, teaching her the importance of an emergency fund. Action tip. When setbacks occur, don't dwell on guilt or frustration. Reflect on what happened, adjust your plan, and move forward. Progress isn't linear, and that's okay. One of the most challenging phases of any journey is the plateau. You've made significant progress, but now it feels like you're treading water. The initial excitement fades, and motivation wanes. This is a critical moment where many people give up or lose focus. The key to overcoming a plateau is to reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing it as a lack of progress, view it as a period of consolidation. Plateaus often occur because you've reached a stable rhythm in your new habits. This stability is a sign of growth, not failure. Consider Jake, who started paying off $25,000 in student loans. After 6 months, he'd reduced his balance by $7,000, but then progress slowed. Rather than getting discouraged, he used the plateau to reassess his goals and adjust his strategy. Jake found new ways to save, like renegotiating his utility bills, and reignited his momentum. Action tip. When you hit a plateau, focus on what you've accomplished rather than what remains. Use this time to refine your strategies and remind yourself of your why. The emotional highs and lows of financial transformation can be exhausting, but they're also an opportunity to build resilience. Here are strategies to help you navigate the roller coaster with grace. 1. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, especially during setbacks. Remember, progress is a journey, not a race. Self-compassion helps you recover faster and stay motivated. 2. Lean on support systems. Share your journey with trusted friends, family, or online communities. Surrounding yourself with encouragement and advice can make all the difference. 3. Keep your eyes on the prize. Visualization is a powerful tool. Regularly picture your debt-free life and all the opportunities it will bring. This keeps your goals tangible and motivating. 4. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a win. focus on your overall trajectory, rather than any single moment. Setbacks aren't just obstacles, they're opportunities to grow. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your resolve and teaches you valuable lessons. The car repair that drained your savings teaches you the importance of an emergency fund. The overspending during the holidays reminds you to plan ahead next year. Every stumble is a stepping stone if you let it be. Action tip. After each setback, write down one lesson you learned and how you'll apply it in the future. This turns challenges into tools for growth. Consider Rachel, who struggled with a cycle of progress and setbacks. Every time she made headway on her debt, an unexpected expense would derail her. She felt like giving up more than once, but instead of quitting, Rachel reframed her perspective. She began to see each setback as a test of her determination. Over 3 years, Rachel paid off $15,000 in debt, not because she never faced challenges, but because she never let them define her. Or take Sam, a father of 2 who felt overwhelmed by his financial situation. By leaning on his wife and joining an online community for debt reduction, Sam found the support and accountability he needed to stay the course. Today, Sam is debt-free and uses his story to inspire others. These stories highlight an important truth: resilience isn't about never falling, it's about always getting back up. To help you ride the emotional roller coaster, here's a quick recap of tools you can use. Celebrate wins to sustain momentum. Reflect on setbacks to learn and grow. Reassess during plateaus to reignite progress. Visualize success to keep your goals front and center. With these tools, you'll not only survive the roller coaster, you'll thrive on it. The emotional roller coaster of progress is a natural part of any transformation. By understanding and preparing for the highs, lows, and plateaus, you can navigate the journey with confidence. Remember, every twist and turn is part of the process. With each loop, you're building resilience, gaining wisdom, and moving closer to a life of financial freedom. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the mindset shifts that will help you transition from a scarcity mentality to one of abundance. But for now, take a moment to reflect on your progress so far. Celebrate the steps you've taken and trust that you're on the right path. Chapter 5. Mindset Shift: From Scarcity to Abundance. Debt doesn't just affect your bank account, it rewires the way you think. It creates a scarcity mindset, a mental framework that traps you in fear, insecurity, and a constant sense of not enough. But the truth is, your financial freedom begins with your mindset. To conquer debt and unlock your potential, you must shift from scarcity to abundance. This chapter will guide you through the mindset transformation necessary to take control of your finances and your life. A scarcity mindset is the belief that resources, money, time, opportunities, are limited and hard to come by. It's the voice in your head saying, "I'll never earn enough to get out of debt. If I pay off this loan, I'll have nothing left for myself. Saving is impossible with all my expenses." This mindset often leads to fear-driven decisions. You hold on to money too tightly, afraid to invest in yourself or take calculated risks. Or you overspend impulsively, trying to fill a void that no purchase can truly satisfy. Over time, scarcity thinking reinforces itself, making it harder to see possibilities beyond your current situation. Scarcity thinking doesn't just limit your financial growth, it affects every aspect of your life. It can 1. Sabotage opportunities. Fear of failure or loss prevents you from pursuing higher-paying jobs, side hustles, or investments. 2. Strain relationships. Financial stress often spills into personal relationships, leading to arguments or isolation. 3. Create a cycle of stress. Constant worry about money affects your mental and physical health, draining energy you could use to improve your situation. Take Amanda, for example. She worked a stable job but was too afraid to negotiate for a higher salary, believing she should just be grateful to have a job. This scarcity mindset kept her stuck in a paycheck-to-paycheck cycle for years, until she changed her perspective. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, is the belief that opportunities and resources are plentiful, and you have the power to create more. This mindset allows you to see possibilities where others see obstacles, approach financial decisions with confidence instead of fear, focus on long-term growth instead of short-term survival. Here's how to start shifting from scarcity to abundance. Step 1. Challenge limiting beliefs. Your mindset is shaped by the beliefs you hold. To embrace abundance, you must identify and challenge the beliefs that no longer serve you. Write down the limiting thoughts you have about money, such as, "I'll never get out of debt. Money is evil. I'm bad with finances." For each belief, ask yourself, is this absolutely true? Often, you'll find these beliefs are rooted in past experiences, not present reality. Replace them with affirmations like, "I am capable of managing my finances. Money is a tool I can use to build a better life. I deserve financial freedom." Step 2. Focus on what you have. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to scarcity thinking. When you focus on what you already have, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. Start a daily gratitude practice by listing 3 things you're thankful for. These can be as small as a roof over your head, or as significant as a supportive partner. For example, when Amanda began focusing on gratitude, she realized how much value she brought to her workplace. This confidence led her to negotiate a raise, increasing her income by 20% in 1 year. Step 3. Embrace growth opportunities. An abundance mindset thrives on growth. Instead of fearing risks, seek opportunities to expand your skills, knowledge, and income. This might mean taking an online course to learn a high-demand skill, starting a side hustle that aligns with your passions, networking with people who inspire and challenge you. Growth requires investment of time, energy, and sometimes money. But when approached strategically, these investments pay dividends far beyond their initial cost. Step 4. Visualize your abundant future. Visualization helps rewire your brain to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. Spend a few minutes each day picturing your debt-free life. Imagine the relief of no longer worrying about bills, the joy of saving for goals like travel, education, or retirement, the freedom to make choices based on desire, not necessity. Visualization isn't just daydreaming, it's a way to condition your mind to recognize and seize opportunities that align with your goals. Consider Josh, who started his debt journey with a scarcity mindset. He constantly worried about running out of money, which led to impulsive decisions like payday loans and credit card debt. When Josh began practicing gratitude and visualizing success, his outlook changed. He started tracking his spending, negotiating his bills, and using his creativity to earn extra income. Within 3 years, Josh had not only paid off $15,000 in debt, but also built a $7,000 emergency fund. Then there's Carla, a single mom who thought she'd never break free from her financial struggles. By challenging her limiting beliefs and investing in a bookkeeping certification, Carla landed a higher-paying job. Her abundance mindset transformed her financial situation and her confidence. An abundance mindset doesn't just improve your finances, it enriches your life. When you focus on possibilities, you strengthen relationships by sharing openly and giving generously. Approach challenges with curiosity instead of fear. Build resilience that carries you through setbacks. This shift empowers you to see wealth not just as money but as time, health, and the ability to live on your own terms. To cultivate an abundance mindset, incorporate these daily habits. 1. Morning affirmations. Start your day with positive statements about your financial goals and self-worth. 2. Gratitude journaling. List 3 things you're thankful for each evening. 3. Openness to opportunity. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today to grow my resources? These small practices compound over time, creating a powerful shift in the way you think and act. Shifting from scarcity to abundance isn't an overnight process, it's a journey. Along the way, you'll encounter old habits, fears, and doubts. But with each step, you'll find yourself thinking bigger, acting bolder, and moving closer to financial freedom. In the next chapter, we'll explore practical hacks to accelerate debt reduction. But for now, take a moment to reflect on your mindset. What beliefs are holding you back? What opportunities have you overlooked? Embrace the power of abundance, and you'll transform not just your finances, but your entire life. Chapter 6. Practical hacks to accelerate debt reduction. Breaking free from debt is as much about strategy as it is about mindset. While daily habits and an abundance mentality lay the foundation for success, practical, actionable steps are the tools that make progress tangible. This chapter focuses on tried and true strategies to help you reduce your debt faster, without feeling like you're sacrificing your entire quality of life. Hack 1. The power of the budget. At the heart of any successful debt reduction plan is a budget. But let's be honest, many people hear the word budget and think of restrictions, spreadsheets, and endless calculations. In reality, A budget is simply a roadmap for your money, a way to align your spending with your goals. How to create a simple budget. 1. List your income. Include all sources, from your main job to side hustles or freelance gigs. 2. Track expenses. Use a budgeting app or a journal to record every expense for a month. This gives you a clear picture of where your money is going. 3. Prioritize needs versus wants. Separate essential expenses: housing, food, utilities from non-essential subscriptions, dining out. 4. Allocate funds. Assign every dollar a purpose, whether it's paying off debt, saving, or covering bills. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about intentionality. By knowing exactly where your money goes, you can redirect it toward your priorities, like paying off debt. Hack 2. The snowball versus avalanche method. Two popular methods for tackling debt are the snowball and avalanche approaches. Each has its strengths, and the best choice depends on your personality and goals. 1. The snowball method. Focus on paying off the smallest debts first while making minimum payments on larger ones. As you eliminate each debt, you build momentum and motivation. Best for those who need psychological wins to stay motivated. 2. The avalanche method. Prioritize debts with the highest interest rates, regardless of balance size. This approach saves the most money in the long run. Best for those focused on efficiency and long-term savings. Action tip. Choose the method that resonates with you and stick to it. Consistency is more important than the method itself. Hack 3. Automate your payments. Life gets busy, and it's easy to forget payment due dates. Automating your payments ensures you never miss one, avoiding late fees and protecting your credit score. How to automate payments. 1. Set up auto-pay for at least the minimum amount due on all debts. 2. Schedule additional payments for the debt you're targeting: first snowball or avalanche. 3. Use calendar reminders to review your finances monthly and adjust payment amounts as needed. Automation also removes the emotional decision-making process, making it easier to stay consistent. Hack 4. Negotiate lower interest rates. Many people don't realize that interest rates are often negotiable. A quick call to your credit card company or lender could save you hundreds, even thousands, over time. How to negotiate. 1. Research current interest rates for similar accounts. 2. Call your lender and explain your request. Highlight your good payment history or financial hardships. 3. Be polite but persistent. If the first representative says no, ask to speak with a supervisor. Success rates vary, but it's always worth asking. Even a small reduction in your rate can accelerate your debt repayment. Hack 5. Find your hidden money. Most people have small, hidden leaks in their finances, money they spend without realizing it. Identifying and plugging these leaks can free up cash to put toward debt. Common hidden expenses. Unused subscriptions. Cancel services you don't use regularly. Impulse purchases. Use a 24-hour rule for non-essential buys. Overpaying for services. Shop around for better deals on insurance, utilities, or cell phone plans. For example, Sarah, a single mom, saved $80 a month by switching car insurance providers and canceling her gym membership in favor of home workouts. That $80 went directly toward her debt. Hack 6. Leverage extra income. Sometimes, cutting expenses isn't enough. Generating extra income can provide a significant boost to your debt reduction efforts. Ideas for extra income. 1. Freelancing. Offer your skills in writing, graphic design, or social media management. 2. Side hustles. Drive for a rideshare service, sell handmade products, or tutor students. 3. Sell unused items. Declutter your home and sell items online or at a garage sale. For example, Jason, a college graduate burdened with $40,000 in student loans, started freelance writing on weekends. The $500 a month he earned allowed him to make extra payments, cutting his repayment timeline by years. Hack 7. Take advantage of balance transfers. If you have high-interest credit card debt, a balance transfer to a card with a 0% introductory rate can help you save on interest while paying down the balance faster. Be cautious of fees and ensure you can pay off the balance before the promotional period ends. How to use balance transfers wisely. 1. Compare offers for low or no interest cards. 2. Transfer balances with the highest interest rates. 3. Avoid new purchases on the card to maximize your savings. Hack 8. Gamify your debt payoff. Turning debt reduction into a game can make the process more enjoyable and motivating. Set challenges or milestones, and reward yourself for reaching them. Examples of debt payoff games: debt thermometer. Create a visual tracker to measure your progress. Savings challenges. Commit to saving a specific amount each week and apply it to your debt. Milestone rewards. Treat yourself to a small reward when you pay off a debt or hit a savings goal. Gamifying the process keeps it fun and reminds you to celebrate progress along the way. Consider Rebecca, who combined the snowball method with freelancing to tackle $15,000 in credit card debt. She automated her payments, negotiated her interest rates, and canceled unused subscriptions. Rebecca's secret weapon? A balance transfer that saved her $1,200 in interest over 2 years. Her strategic approach allowed her to pay off her debt 3 years earlier than planned. Then there's Mark, a young professional who turned his love of photography into a weekend side hustle. By earning an extra $400 a month, he paid off $10,000 in car loans in under 2 years. Mark celebrated his progress with milestone rewards, keeping his motivation high. These practical hacks aren't one-size-fits-all solutions. Instead, think of them as tools in a toolbox. Choose the strategies that align with your personality, lifestyle, and financial goals. Whether it's negotiating rates, finding hidden money, or gamifying the process, every step brings you closer to freedom. Your action plan. 1. Create a simple budget to track and allocate your money. 2. Choose the snowball or avalanche method to focus your efforts. 3. Automate payments to stay consistent and avoid late fees. 4. Identify hidden expenses and redirect that money toward debt. 5. Explore extra income opportunities to accelerate progress. 6. Consider balance transfers to save on interest. 7. Make the process enjoyable by gamifying your debt journey. Debt reduction is a marathon, not a sprint. But with these hacks, you can accelerate your progress and make the journey smoother. Remember, every dollar saved or earned brings you closer to freedom. In the next chapter, we'll explore what life looks like beyond debt, a life filled with possibility, freedom, and abundance. For now, take action on one of the hacks in this chapter. You're already building momentum. Chapter 7. Redefining freedom. What life without debt looks like. Imagine waking up in the morning with no lingering anxiety about unpaid bills or mounting interest. You sip your coffee, not out of necessity to fuel another long day of stress, but because you're savoring the moment. Your money works for you, not the other way around. This is life without debt, a life of freedom, choice, and opportunity. In this chapter, we'll explore what it means to live debt-free, the emotional and practical benefits it brings, and how to prepare for this next chapter in your journey. Debt weighs on more than just your finances. It infiltrates your emotions, your relationships, and your sense of self-worth. Removing that weight creates space for something far greater: peace of mind. Imagine this. No more sleepless nights worrying about how to make ends meet. Freedom to make decisions based on your desires and goals, not financial obligations. A renewed sense of confidence in your ability to handle life's challenges. For years, Maria felt trapped by her debt, constantly second-guessing every purchase and living with the shame of financial mistakes. When she finally paid off her last credit card, she described the feeling as shedding an invisible cloak of anxiety. Debt-free living isn't just about numbers, it's about reclaiming your mental and emotional space. Living without debt isn't just an emotional relief, it's a practical advantage that opens new doors and opportunities. Here are some of the tangible ways life changes when debt is no longer a factor. 1. More disposable income. Without monthly debt payments, your income becomes a tool for building the life you want. Whether it's saving for a home, investing in your future, or traveling, you'll finally have the financial bandwidth to pursue your goals. 2. Increased financial security. With no debt obligations, you can focus on building an emergency fund, investing, and creating a financial cushion that protects you from unexpected challenges. 3. Flexibility in career choices. Many people stay in jobs they dislike simply because they need to cover debt payments. Living debt-free gives you the freedom to explore new opportunities, start a business, or even take a sabbatical. 4. Improved credit score. Paying off debt and maintaining a strong financial history can improve your credit score, giving you access to better loan terms and financial products if you ever need them. One of the most powerful motivators for staying on track with your debt reduction journey is envisioning the life you'll create once you're free. Here's how to start crafting that vision. 1. Define your goals. Ask yourself, what will I do with the money and mental energy I free up? Save for retirement? Start a passion project? Travel to places you've always dreamed of? 2. Write your why statement. Create a clear, concise statement that captures why becoming debt-free matters to you. For example, I want to be debt-free so I can provide a secure future for my family. I want the freedom to pursue my dream of becoming a writer without financial stress. 3. Visualize daily. Spend a few minutes each day imagining your debt-free life. Picture the places you'll go, the experiences you'll have, and the peace you'll feel. Visualization keeps your goals front and center, even on challenging days. Consider James, a single father who struggled for years to balance raising his kids and managing debt. By using the strategies outlined in this book, he paid off $25,000 in 3 years. Today, James spends weekends coaching his son's soccer team, something he couldn't afford financially or emotionally when debt consumed his life. Then there's Emma, a creative entrepreneur who dreamed of starting her own photography business but felt held back by student loans. After becoming debt-free, she used her newfound financial freedom to launch her business. Within a year, she was not only earning a steady income but also living her passion daily. These stories illustrate an important truth. Debt-free living isn't just about having more money, it's about creating a life aligned with your values and dreams. Achieving debt freedom is a milestone worth celebrating, but staying debt-free requires intentionality and discipline. Here are steps to ensure your freedom lasts. 1. Build an emergency fund. Save 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses to protect yourself from unexpected costs. This cushion prevents you from falling back into debt during financial emergencies. 2. Invest in your future. Use your extra income to build wealth through investments, retirement accounts, or real estate. Let your money work for you. 3. Set boundaries with spending. Just because you're debt-free doesn't mean you should overspend. Continue practicing mindful spending and budgeting to maintain control. 4. Stay educated. Financial literacy is a lifelong journey. Keep learning about money management, investing, and strategies for building wealth. While living without debt provides a sense of security, it's important to recognize that financial challenges can still arise. Job loss, health issues, or economic downturns can impact even the most stable situations. Preparing for these risks is part of maintaining your freedom. Preparation tips. Diversify your income sources to reduce reliance on a single job or investment. Regularly review and update your financial plans to adapt to changing circumstances. Seek professional advice when making significant financial decisions. Becoming debt-free is an incredible accomplishment that deserves recognition. Celebrate your success in a way that aligns with your values, whether it's taking a small trip, hosting a dinner with loved ones, or simply taking a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Action tip. Share your story. Your journey can inspire others to start their own path to financial freedom. Whether it's through social media, community groups, or personal conversations, your experience is a testament to what's possible. When you become debt-free, the impact extends beyond your own life. You set an example for friends, family, and even future generations. Your story becomes a source of hope and inspiration for others navigating their own financial challenges. Living without debt is about more than financial stability, it's about creating a life of freedom, joy, and purpose. As you close the chapter on debt and step into this new phase, remember that you hold the power to define what success looks like for you. Whether it's building wealth, pursuing passions, or simply enjoying peace of mind, the possibilities are endless. In the final chapter, we'll provide a roadmap for sustaining your financial freedom and continuing to grow. For now, take a moment to savor the idea of life without debt. You've earned it. Chapter 8. Your journey starts today. Congratulations! Reaching the point where you're focused on maintaining your financial freedom and building wealth is a testament to your discipline, commitment, and perseverance. But this isn't the end of the journey, it's the beginning of a new chapter, one where you can design a life that aligns with your deepest values and goals. This chapter will provide you with a roadmap for sustaining your financial freedom, growing your wealth, and living a life of purpose and abundance. Getting out of debt is a monumental achievement, but staying debt-free requires a proactive approach. It's not just about avoiding old pitfalls, it's about creating systems that ensure your financial stability and growth. 1. Live below your means. The key to staying debt-free is spending less than you earn. This doesn't mean living a life of deprivation, it means aligning your spending with your priorities and values. Focus on quality over quantity and experiences over possessions. 2. Keep a budget. A budget isn't just a tool for getting out of debt, it's a guide for maintaining control of your finances. Regularly review and adjust your budget to reflect changes in your income, expenses, or goals. 3. Build an emergency fund. Having 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses saved protects you from unexpected financial challenges, such as job loss or medical emergencies. This fund acts as a safety net, keeping you from falling back into debt. Once you've secured your financial foundation, it's time to focus on growth. Investing allows your money to work for you, helping you build wealth over time. Here's how to get started. 1. Understand the basics. Stocks. Ownership in a company that offers the potential for high returns but comes with higher risk. Bonds. Loans to governments or corporations that provide lower returns but greater stability. Index funds, ETFs. Diversified investments that track market performance, offering balance and simplicity. 2. Start small. You don't need a large sum to begin investing. Many platforms allow you to start with as little as $5. Focus on consistency. Small, regular contributions compound over time. 3. Take advantage of retirement accounts. 401k. Employer-sponsored plans often include matching contributions, essentially free money for your future. IRA. Individual retirement accounts offer tax advantages and flexibility. 4. Seek professional guidance. If you're unsure where to start, consult a financial advisor. Their expertise can help you create a plan tailored to your goals. One of the most effective ways to build wealth and safeguard against financial uncertainty is by diversifying your income. Multiple income streams ensure that if one source falters, others can keep you afloat. Ideas for additional income streams: side hustles, freelance work, consulting, or starting a small business. Passive income. Rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or digital products like ebooks or online courses. Investments. Real estate, stocks, or peer-to-peer lending platforms. Consider David, who once lived paycheck to paycheck. After becoming debt-free, he started investing in dividend-paying stocks and created an online course based on his expertise. Today he earns $2,000 a month in passive income, which he reinvests to grow his wealth. Wealth building isn't just about earning and saving. It's also about protecting what you've built. Here's how to safeguard your financial future. 1. Insurance. Ensure you have adequate coverage for health, life, disability, and property. Insurance may feel like an expense, but it's a vital investment in your financial stability. 2. Estate planning. Create a will, designate beneficiaries, and consider setting up a trust. Estate planning ensures your wealth is distributed according to your wishes and reduces stress for your loved ones. 3. Stay educated. The financial landscape is always changing. Regularly update your knowledge about investing, taxes, and economic trends. Knowledge is your greatest asset in preserving and growing wealth. Financial freedom is about more than numbers. It's about designing a life that reflects your values and brings you joy. Use your newfound freedom to focus on what truly matters. 1. Pursue your passions. With money no longer a constant worry, you have the space to explore hobbies, creative pursuits, or career paths that ignite your passion. 2. Give back. Contributing to causes you care about not only makes a difference in the world but also deepens your sense of purpose. Whether it's volunteering, donating, or mentoring, giving back creates a ripple effect of positivity. 3. Prioritize relationships. Use your time and resources to strengthen connections with family, friends, and your community. Financial freedom gives you the opportunity to invest in the people who matter most. Take Clara, who spent a decade paying off $60,000 in student loans. Once debt-free, she built a 6-month emergency fund, started investing, and finally launched the nonprofit organization she'd dreamed of for years. Today, Clara uses her financial freedom to create opportunities for others. Or consider Raj, who transitioned from a corporate job he disliked to a part-time consultancy that allowed him to travel the world. By living below his means and building multiple income streams, Raj achieved a balance between work, adventure, and family time. These stories demonstrate the limitless possibilities that come with financial freedom. It's not just about having more money, it's about living life on your own terms. The ultimate goal of financial freedom isn't just about your own life, it's about creating a lasting impact. Here's how to build a legacy that extends beyond yourself. 1. Teach financial literacy. Share your knowledge with the next generation, whether it's your children, students, or community. Financial education empowers others to create their own paths to freedom. 2. Create generational wealth. Invest in assets that can be passed down, like real estate or a family business. Generational wealth ensures that your efforts benefit your loved ones for years to come. 3. Inspire others. Your story is a testament to what's possible. Share it openly to motivate others to start their own journeys. The path to financial freedom is filled with lessons, challenges, and triumphs. Now that you've reached this point, it's time to take the next step. Reflect on what you've learned, celebrate how far you've come, and set new goals that inspire you. 1. Review your goals. What does success look like in this new phase of life? 2. Take one action today. Whether it's setting up an investment account, starting a side hustle, or writing your will, take one step toward your next goal. 3. Share your journey. Use your story to inspire others, spreading the message that financial freedom is achievable. Financial freedom isn't a destination, it's a lifelong journey of growth, purpose, and fulfillment. You've conquered debt, built resilience, and transformed your mindset. Now you have the tools to not only sustain your freedom but also create a life that reflects your deepest values. Go forward with confidence, knowing that every step you take is a testament to your strength, determination, and ability to create the life you deserve. Take care and be well.